What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prizepicks video talking about the NBA for Tuesday, March 4th. In this, stay tuned to hear all four picks in the video. Yesterday in the video, three of our four picks hit, just missed by a half rebound from Christie. Still a nice payout here on the flex play. And if you guys want more picks, you can get in the Dynamo private Discord. I post more picks in my channel as well. Plus, we have a bunch of other cappers posting. We've been crushing the NBA. You can see some more big hits over here from Monday, using some of our picks, like King AR using some of the picks to hit this underdog slip. Another big hit on Prizepicks, a six-man slip hit. Another big one a couple days ago, 5 to win 125. Discord members directly using our picks, you could see another big hit on Underdog. And other cappers we have in here, like Finity hitting his three favorite NBA plays. Then just the next day hitting another three-pick NBA slip. We just give it our favorite picks, and we've been crushing the NBA, so definitely join up, lock in for the rest of the season. You can get in here for free on that trial, but then you're going to want to stay in here because picks daily for a bunch of other cappers, all in one Discord. So you guys saw some of our recent big hits. Look inside the cappers channels. Daily picks in there, so we'll see you guys in the Discord for free. Might as well get in there, try it out. Now let's get into the picks for this one. First one I'm going to go to is going to be Kelly Olynyk over on his points at 9.5. It is a bit of a tougher matchup here against the Lakers, who have been playing better defensively, but Kelly Olynyk, he's going to get the big minutes most likely in this one again, and he's been scoring extremely well for the Pelicans, who need a center in there, especially one that could score like Olynyk. He's been pretty good for them since they picked him up this year, so I like going to him at 9.5. The minutes have been up. He's been scoring very effectively. Historically, he's just a pretty big-time scorer when he plays a decent amount of minutes. So I like him on this line and in this spot against the Lakers. If we look at Kelly Olynyk over on Outlier, you can see this season he's only hit this in 31% of games. But most of those games were with the Raptors where he wasn't playing that many minutes. Now he's playing a lot more, and he's had some big scoring games. Like coming off a game with 26 in his last one. So a massive game he's coming off of. Just needs to get 10 in this one. You can also see in games where he's played just at least 19 minutes this year, he's hit this line in 7 of 11 of those games. So a massive hit rate when he's playing decent minutes. And you can look, his last like 6-7 games, he's played at least 23 minutes in his last 6 or 7 here, including 26 and 26 and a half in his last 2 games. So two of his highest minutes totals in his last 2, coming off 6 or 7 in a row, 23 plus minutes in each of them. A massive hit rate when he plays at least 19 minutes. You can also look last year, he was a very efficient scorer as well on a completely different team. You could see when he played 20 or more minutes last year, large sample size, 46 games, he hit this 65% of the time. If you bump that up to 21 or more minutes, he hit this 73% of the time. And when he's getting 26 or more minutes last year, like we saw in the last 2 games here, a 79% hit rate for Olynyk. So I definitely like going to this one. I think in a good spot. I think he's going to continue to see big minutes. Yves Missy has been playing in these games as well with Olynyk, and Olynyk's still getting the minutes, still scoring super effectively. So I like this one for the first pick. For the second one, D'Angelo Russell, I like him on some of his unders here. You got 12.5 points. You also got the assist at 5.5, which I like going to on the under of 5.5. He's coming back from an injury, hasn't played in like 2 weeks now, and Brooklyn actually has been playing super well without him. I don't think he's going to be playing the full allotment of minutes and might not even be starting in this game coming back from injuries. They could decide to bring him off the bench because they've been playing super well. You know, he's kind of an older veteran. They want to get these young guys playing time, especially now that we're in March and Brooklyn obviously tanking. So if Russell ends up playing in this one, which it seems like he's going to, I do think it's going to be limited minutes. And this is just a really high line for him at 5.5 assists. So I like taking the under on it. So for Russell, pretty surprised at this line for him coming back from injury at 5.5 assists. He's only hit this in 33% of games this year, 15 of 46 games. His last 7 games played before he got this injury, he didn't hit this in any of those 7 games. So we also saw the minutes were trending down. Like he got 17, 22, and 16 in 3 of his last 5 games. So the minutes were already trending down. I think now coming back from an injury may even bring him off the bench. I don't expect him to play, more than mid 20s of minutes or possibly even under 20 minutes in this game. So that's why I'm on this one, and just obviously a high line in general, as we've seen 33% hit rate on the season for this one. And then we can also look at games where he's played 25 minutes or under this year, which I think he should be in line for in this game. He has only hit this in 4 of 18 games, a 22% hit rate. So I just think way too high of a line for D'Lo, and I'm going to be taking the under on this one. All right, the next one we got here, Josh Giddey. I'm going to the under. I think this one definitely a recency bias, a classic prize picks of saying, let's look at the last 5 games here for Giddey. I don't believe this one. 17.5 against Cleveland, a very tough defensive matchup against Cleveland. Not one I'm liking to target Chicago Bulls players at inflated lines like Giddey has been seeing for this past week and a half, because he's put together 4 or 5 really good games here, but you can't just look at the last 5. And I don't think he's going to keep it going in this one. Just such a high line for Giddey. And if we look at some of these matchups, I mean, on the season, this line, he's only hit 26% of the time, but he's hit it in 6 straight, actually, games. But I think a bit inflated here. He's had some really big scoring games against teams that will play faster pace and allow a lot of points, which I don't think Cleveland's going to against Chicago in this one. Like, if you look at Giddey, these big scoring games he had against the Knicks, which they don't play a ton of defense. Then against Phoenix, who has been atrocious, giving up so many points. Then against Philadelphia, who's been a mess. Chicago beat them by 30, and they scored 142 points. Then the Clippers, I will give them that one. That was a tough matchup. And then Toronto, not a tough matchup. And then Indiana, again, not a tough matchup. Team gives up a lot of points, plays fast. So I think in these 6 games, 5 of them were really easy, juicy matchups for Giddey. Also, one of them was overtime when he scored 19 points. Probably wouldn't have got there without overtime as well. So I just think way too high of a line, even though he's hit it in 6 straight. Looks good on paper, but when you look at the matchups and who he's playing, and there's that one overtime game in there, which he probably wouldn't have hit. And then his last one, he hit it by just 0.5 in an easy matchup. I don't think this is one I'm liking for Giddey. So over on Prizepicks, 3 picks, you're going to get a 5x multiplier, so your $20 would be $100. And that's why I play on Parlay Play more, because the payouts are way higher. We can come over here and you can look 3 picks that are on Prizepicks using the same lines here. On our $20, we're going to get $140. It's a 7x. This isn't a promo they're running. This is what they do all the time. So you can find same lines on Prizepicks and get way higher multipliers over on Parlay Play. A 7x. It's a massive difference. It's going to make you a way more profitable sports bettor playing on Parlay Play. I've been playing over here more than Prizepicks Underdog. Plus a great welcome bonus. If you haven't signed up yet, you're going to get $5 free. Don't even have to deposit or put in a credit card. And then you're going to want to play over here more because of the higher payouts, and you get a 100% deposit match. So great welcome bonus. You can start here with a ton of money, try it out for free with the 5, get higher payouts. I highly recommend Parlay Play. I've been playing over there more than Prizepicks Underdog, like I said. So a little foreshadowing as well that we saw on the screen was Jacoby Walter. That's the next pick we're going to go to. Unfortunately, it isn't on Prizepicks. It is on Underdog and Parlay Play. So we're going to go to Jacoby Walter at 9.5, but we're actually going to take the under. So this one is on Underdog. You get a higher payout for playing some of these lines. And it actually kind of will tell you which way they're leaning, even though these are on Prizepicks. But we're going to go to the under for Walter at 9.5 points. So for Walter, I can come over here and look at this one, and he just hasn't been hitting this line. He's just not a great scorer. They do have a ton of injuries. 71% of games this year, he's gone under this. He's probably going to play in the 20s of minutes. Last game, he got to just over 30 against Orlando, scored just 7 points. I mean, 8 straight games, he's gone for 8 or less points. He needs to get to 10 in this, and he's played some decent minute games, like 30 in that last one. He got 22, 23, so it's not like he hasn't been playing the minutes either. I expect mid of 20s of minutes. You can also see, let's look at the over. It just makes it a little easier. So only 29% of games he's gone over, so we're liking the under. Orlando, the best defense in the NBA, allowing 105.7 points per game, which is the least in the league. So for Walter, I don't like it. Even if he's playing close to 30 minutes, he's just not a scorer. He hasn't shown that he can really be a big time scorer, and we can see the field goal attempts as well for him. He just doesn't shoot a ton. So in his last 8 games, including that game where he played 30 minutes, he only took 4 shots in that game. Game was 7 shots, 6, 8, 6, 5, 4. So if he's shooting 6 or 7 times, he's going to have to knock down like 4 or 5 of these shots probably, and then he only shoots 1.4 free throws per game as well. So for Walter, I'm definitely not liking this one, even with the increase of minutes with Agbaji and Grady Dick out. And if you guys want more picks for me plus a bunch of other cappers, check out the Dynamo private Discord. You can see a huge hit over the weekend, 5 to win 125. On Monday, we had some big hits in the Discord as well. People using our picks like King AR here, hitting this underdog slip. Another big hit here, a 6-man hit on Prizepicks. Look inside some of the cappers channels like Volo yesterday, posting his 3 favorite NBA, 2 NHL. Hit the NHL, 4-1 on the day. Another capper, Finity, just posting his 3 favorite NBA picks for the day, hit all 3. And then just a day later, posting 3 NBA Goblins, hitting those 3 of 3. Some other cappers in here, like Sir Radrick, posting and hitting this massive underdog slip. We had Irenas posting a bunch of picks, esports, hitting a bunch of green, including this massive one in esports. So definitely click that top link, get in here for free, check it out on the trial. You're going to want to stay in here though, because we got daily picks for me plus a bunch of other cappers you saw, and we've been crushing the NBA. We can lock in for the rest of the season. You guys saw some of the big hits recently we've been having. Look inside some of the cappers channels, so definitely click that link, get in here. We'll see you guys in the Discord. And if you're playing on just Prizepicks Underdog, you got to be on Parlay Play. Like I said, great welcome bonus, $5 free. Don't even have to deposit, so you can try it for free, win real money. 100% deposit match after that, and you're going to want to play over here because the payouts are way higher. This would be a 5x on Prizepicks. It's over a 7x for the same exact lines that you can play on Prizepicks. So I've been playing on Parlay Play way more because the higher payouts makes me a way more profitable better, and it can make you a more profitable better as well. Check it out, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the Discord.